right, let's take a quick look at how we can raven a source. So, this article is called "A Long Time Coming: Black Women Celebrate Harris's Ascension." And it's about Kamala Harris becoming the first Black vice president of the United States. And so, let's look at reputation first. We can see here that it's published by the New York Times, and the first author listed is Rick Rojas. So the New York Times has a pretty good reputation. They are considered one of the major national newspapers. And sometimes when I'm looking at the author, I just Google the author and see what comes up. So I Googled this first author, Rick Rojas, and I can see a couple different professional pages come up. I see his profile on the New York Times. I see his LinkedIn profile. So let's just look at his bio and see what it says. So he's a national correspondent. Looking at his bio, it looks like he's highly educated. He has a degree in political science. And so it definitely looks like that he has a very strong reputation when it comes to political journalism. We also want to consider the ability to observe. So the New York Times, since it is a national newspaper, they do have a lot of resources at their disposal. They have reporters inside the White House. This reporter, Rick Rojas, he actually reports on site on Atlanta when he's interviewing these people and what they think about Kamala Harris and her electability. We also want to consider their vested interest. Now, as a professional journalist, all of the journalists who wrote this article have a vested interest in making sure that truth comes out, because that is the industry that they're part of. And if they are found to report falsehoods or rely on sources themselves that are unreliable, it can put their professional life and their livelihood at risk. Likewise, when we have a national newspaper like the New York Times, they have a vested interest in keeping truth, in reporting truth, because then it helps keep their reputation. And we also want to look at expertise. And as we can see from the journalist bio, he does, again, have this degree in political science. He's worked as a political correspondent and a political journalist, looks like for about 10 years. So he definitely has a lot of expertise. And in terms of neutrality, when I read the piece, I don't see any extreme language. It is a celebratory piece. He's reporting on people being happy and how they feel about the election and its results. But the piece overall isn't overtly emotional or emotional to the point where it interferes with his reporting.